until there's this director that come down from the second floor, holding his script and threw on the table. 哎，你那个谁啊，你的剧本背好再进来可以吗？ This line stayed in my head till now.
Really?
你以为这里是哪里？巴沙 You remember that?
I remember that. You guys are all
Yes.
laughing at it. Yeah. Yeah.
What's your religion? Catholic. Oh, you're a Catholic, so you don't use contraceptive? That was my pickup line.
I like to ride bareback, baby.
She was so pissed off with me.
I feel good.
Oh,
Whoa!
look at the reflexes.
It's all about the reflex, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Good times.
All
I'm
right.
feeling it. I feel.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another exciting episode of Call Us Daddy. I'm Alan Wu, and today I have my good friend and special guest, Cavin Soh. You might have known him way back in 2005 when he won Best Supporting Male Actor for his role in Portrait of Home, and you've seen him in numerous Chinese dramas. He's still one of the most recognizable faces in Singapore, and it's so good to see you here. Cheers!
Cheers, man, bro.
Cheers! So
Wow.
good to have you and have some beers.
And beer too. Is this your brand?
It is my brand,
Yeah.
Brewlander, delicious. Enjoy every last drop of it. What people might not know
nice.
is, Cavin is here.
Yep.
He's an actor. He's a host. He used to be a radio DJ. He's also a musician, singer, but he's also a father. And he's one of the first fathers that is publicly cool and open about saying, I do cane my kids, which we'll definitely deep dive into more later. But for now, just a pleasure to have you on here. And just wanted you to share with everyone your personal journey to becoming an actor, I guess, from your original start as a radio DJ and musician. How did that all come about? How did you find yourself in doing DJing and then also doing music and then ending up in acting?
It's a pretty sad story,
Oh, let's hear it.
Yeah,
I like
man.
sad
Yeah,
stories
yeah.
with a happy ending.
Yeah. I hope so. Dreams FM started in 1999.
99, okay.
99. And
Share with our audience what is actually Dream FM for the ones that don't know.
there's this, we were a Chinese group, the three of us, Jim, Rick, and myself.
Okay.
So three of us form a group. And the most famous song we had was called 不值得. We can go and find it. 不值得 is pretty nice.
Not worth it.
Yep. That year, we met the earthquake in Taiwan.
Yeah.
9.2大地震.
对，我记得。
was the huge one. So it was in September. And on the 21st of October, we released our album. Of course. It's a bad timing, right? So our album didn't sell at all. And so we got to come back and we tried to release our second album. And at the time when we want to release our second album, the boss of the label passed away. And he's Peng Guohua先生. And he is Zhang Xiaoyan, Xiaoyan Jie's husband. Right? Yeah. So he passed on, and nobody took over our contract, and so we got to release 2 more albums in Singapore. So that was when 不值得 was out. And so that time, my boss he said, "Okay, so there's no album. What do you want to do?" I said, "Oh, wow, I don't know. Should I go back to engineering? Because I'm an engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer, right? Would you like to try acting?" I said, "What? Acting? I don't even know how, man." So I tried, and tried until now.
How did you come to this group? Did you enjoy singing? Were you all musicians or?
Yeah, we write our own songs, right? Jim is a producer. So Rick is a composer as well. So I'm a composer. Only Jim is a producer producer. 2 of them are supposed to form a group. And I'm supposed to be a soloist, right?
Okay.
And then at the time, there are so many dramas, so many hoo-has and stuff happening in the music labels and all. So our boss just put us together and said, why not you just go and try? There's this place called Ai Qinghai.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether you heard about it, but Ai Qinghai was pretty popular then. Minge Chanting, right? There's Mu Chuan, there's a lot of Minge Chanting. So we went there and we said, okay, let's try. So at the time there was Li Lian as well, Cai Li Lian. So 4 of us. So we took the Wednesday slot and we started like quite empty. The place was quite empty, and then maybe a few weeks later, it was full, right? So we were like, oh, wow, not bad, huh? So the boss said, okay, why don't you change to Friday? Because Friday can gather more people.
Weekend crowd.
Yeah, weekend crowd. And so we went to Friday. And we went to Friday, it was all full house. So we thought, wow, maybe three of us can really become a group, right? So we just became a group. Yeah,
So I guess it started quite modestly, right? Let's just try doing some live performances at a bar, at a pub, and then you started gaining popularity. You guys obviously are talented. I know you can sing really, really well.
Thank you.
And then from there, it just
today.
kind of took off until you started trying to release these albums. And then you made the transition into acting. Was that difficult from singing to acting?
It was very difficult. It was very difficult. I remember my second drama is a sitcom. 敢敢做个开心人
What year was that when you started doing your
2001.
2001? Okay.
I think that was 2001. So I started in 2000. Because my first sitcom was 星星关系.
Okay.
I don't think many people remember, but so I was in the studio, right? So when we sing on stage, what do you do when you sing on stage? You look at the camera.
Yes.
You look at the camera and smile and try to be nice and cute, right? So when I was filming in the studio, right, there are 3 cameras in studios, you know, right? There are
Yes.
3 cameras. So what do? I just stare at the camera and say my lines. Oh my God. I couldn't kick the habit. So I have to try to tell myself, these are not cameras. But each time I will just forget. And when the camera red light is on,
it's
I'll just
recording.
look at it. And I get so much because I keep looking at the camera, right? And my character is called Sotong, so I have to do a lot of raps, you know, and the raps doesn't rhyme at all. And so I've got to remember all my lines before I go to the studio. And I start rapping. I was so nervous. I cock up all the time. And there's always NG, until there's this director that come down from the second floor, holding his script and threw on the table. 哎，你那个谁，你的剧本背好再进来可以吗？
Been there too.
Yeah, been there too, right? And he's one of my good friend now. His Ming Tze. Yeah, so he was very frustrated and he didn't know that I wasn't an actor before. Yeah, so he probably didn't know I was a singer. Until now, when I see him, I'll just remind him that you remember what you did to me that time?
Selective memory.
I did that.
Selective memory.
Yeah. So that was bad, and until that time when Wenyong 大哥 Huang Wenyong, right?
Yep.
Because he is a veteran, and so he will come to me and say, 志成，以后剧本没有背好，不要进来 studio. This is true. This is something which what an actor has to do. Right?
Yes, that's
an actor
a foundation.
That's
the first thing you do.
All your lines, right?
Yeah.
Before you can come to the studio and to start filming, right? But I really did. It's just a fumble when I see the red light on the camera.
I know exactly how you felt. Dude,
so
I
bad.
don't speak Chinese too. I remember that. And I think some of my fondest memories with you were, I started in 2001.
Oh.
And I would remember, that's my very first was He Sui San and then Jiu Cheng Gao and everything too. And then working with you, all the hours we spent sitting around and waiting were some of the most fun times. See, I'm actually surprised you actually went through the whole process that I did too.
Yeah.
Because I remember shooting studio, there's 3 cameras. So away, blocking where you walk to that point and then say your line. And then it was just there's so many things to think about the process, right?
Yeah. Imagine your eyes are big. You have wider angle than me.
Yeah.
You can actually see the camera on the side, right?
You can, huh?
I can't, man.
Yeah.
Look at my eyes.
Yeah.
They're small. My angle is not as wide as yours. So you can think how difficult is it for me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember 真心英雄, right?
Yes,
We were
yes,
filming
yes,
together,
yes,
right?
yeah.
And I remember your line. This line stayed in my head till now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure whether you remember. Let me refresh you. 你们这里是哪里？巴沙? You remember that?
I remember that. You guys are all
Yes.
laughing at it. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. I
was
remember
like,
that.
What the hell? Why is this Chinese? Can't say Basa properly. I was like, wow.
What's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, and then I get to know you're ABC.
ABC, huh?
What the hell is ABC, man?
What's he doing here? He actually speaks Chinese or tries to speak Chinese.
Why is he in Singapore?
Yeah.
Yeah, how would he know about Singapore, right?
So Kevin, I think we definitely started from a very, very tough and rough place, trying to find our bearing, but I think you definitely were able to overcome those initial difficulties with Chinese drama, learning how to act. I think 2005, you won, Best Supporting Male Actor for your role in Portrait of a Home. How was that experience and how did it affect you and what did it lead to?
I was very surprised then when I got the award. I didn't even know what to say on stage. Opportunity, I guess, is the same because we are still doing the same work. If I look back now, I see myself in that drama. I will think, wow, that was shit acting, man. I'm not saying that the rest were worse than me, right? So I'm the one to offend the other nominees. But I thought I could do better, right? Because that role is very fun to play. Yeah, but if I were to do it again, I think it would be nice. It would be so much different. Yeah, but now if you watch 青春小鸟, have you watched it?
I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah.
I think this drama is good.
Yeah.
All five of us did our best. I wouldn't say very good, but we did our best. And in that short period of time, we actually put a role out and gel everyone together. I think that is something which, good job, man, Kevin. I actually like your presentation in Amazing Race Asia. That was pretty cool.
Pretty good, huh? In English, yeah. In English, I'm a little bit better in English.
No, you're not only a little bit better. Look at your introduction just now. What the hell?
Yeah.
You didn't even have a pause, and you just everything out.
Yeah, I've done a
How
lot.
the
Do a
hell
lot.
did you do
Yeah.
it, man?
You inspire me. When I see you, I'm just lit. I feel good.
Whoa!
Dude.
Look at the reflexes.
It's all about the reflex, baby.
Oh my goodness!
Good times.
All
I'm
right.
feeling it. I'm feeling the love.
I'm always amazed, right? When we were filming the 真心英雄, right? You
Yeah.
will go party,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you will drink like a fish, and then next day, hey bro, show me your app. What the hell?
That's the thing. Everyone's always shocked that I drink beer, but I'm just telling you, you can drink beer and you can have your cake and your beer and eat it too. You know? How old are your kids now?
14 and 12, a boy and a girl.
And I know in the past that you're fine with caning them. You know, I think, no problem. Did you ever think about not wanting to hit them, or did you think that was just the way to go?
I think that's the way to go because I have to clarify, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I only hit them before they go to primary one. It's only when I've got numerous 20, 30 warnings. There are three things when they're young that they can't do. Hurt themselves or hurt other people. When they cross the road, they don't hold our hands, and touching electricity like the socket.
Sockets,
Yeah. So these three things, no warning. I will just whack them. Right? Whack them is one time, right? But when I cane them, I only use cane. I don't use my hands because hand is to like, how are you, boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. good
Keep it
boy.
separate. Keep it
Yeah,
separate.
Keep it separate, yeah. I always tell myself, if I were to go touch my kid like that, and if he moves back or she moves back,
Okay.
it's gone. So my hands are not supposed to be the
Oh, I
medium
see,
to punish him.
To punish them. Okay.
Yeah. I remember there was one time when I caned my son 4 times, and I think one time was on his thigh because he was very, very naughty.
Yeah. You
It's
know?
me that I can control. I can't control them. So it's me. So I have to apologize for that. But after caning him, right, I'll shower him, and then after the shower, I will dry him, and then I'll take the ointment and apply on his mark, caning mark. Right?
Yeah.
And until today, right, he said, "Papa, funny like you." I said, "Why? Yeah, you cane me, huh? Then after that, you apply the ointment for me for what?" I said, "Boy, I did not want to cane you to put the mark on you.
Yeah.
I cane you to stop what you're doing because discipline you, I wouldn't say teach you, but I have to do that to make you remember that this pain will give you a reminder that you don't want to come back to this stage ever again. Right? For example, you hurt yourself, or if you cross the road without holding our hands when you're so young, right?
Yeah.
And I told them, once you get to primary 1, I'm not going to cane you anymore. But my son, I cane him at primary 4.
I was going to say, if they aren't listening, you have to find measures
Yeah,
to,
but
to for them to
after
listen.
that time, I realized that caning doesn't work anymore because he's big. He's grown up, and you need to talk to them. When I cane them, it's only before they go to primary 1. I've got this little trick to share, right, with
Yeah.
parents. I've got this permanent marker that I will use it on their wrist whenever they're outside. So I'll warn them. I said, boy or girl, right, don't do this. Or if they are trying to make a big fuss when they are eating, or they are not eating, they're disturbing people. I said, boy, stop, don't do it. Right? When you're outside publicly, right, you should behave yourself. You try to behave yourself. I know you're kids, but never mind. Papa will give you all the warnings. I give them like 20, 30. Even today, right? I said, did I give you warning? Yeah, you give us
Many
more than 10
warnings, you
years.
know?
So after I give them warning, if they still continue to do it, I'll give them a cross here, right? One cross, one cane. So there was one time when my daughter came back with 4 crosses. No matter when they're asleep, they'll try to sleep. They'll try to wash, because it's a permanent marker. You can't wash it. Try to bait it, try to be not awake so you can't cane him. I will just wake my daughter up and I'll cane her 4 times until the 3rd time. I said, why is this girl not reacting to my cane? She is not painful at all. She's just tolerate the pain.
The pain.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this girl is very strong, right? So I caned the 4th one, of course lighter, because I was
心疼啊, you feel bad.
Yeah, I feel
doing
bad
it.
about it.
It's not easy.
So I showered her and then I applied ointment for her. I said, girl, remember this, okay? Papa didn't cane you to make you painful. But Papa cane you to remind you that you should not do this when you're outside, okay? And then she never did it again. Yeah, so I don't cane for no reason.
I'm sure you don't.
Yeah. So it's not like your dad, he came with a what? Belt?
Yeah. But of course it's for a reason though too.
Yeah. But
whether it's fighting with your brother, me fighting with my brother, or it's something that is very, very dangerous, or it's not right. I think every child's different. I think sometimes you have to. I have no issues with it. For all our audience out there, what are your opinions or thoughts on caning? Is it something that needs to be done? Do you advocate it, or do you think it's not necessary? I think for me personally, it's something that it depends on the relationship with the parent though too. If let's say you've told them 10, 20, 30 times and it's not getting through their thick skull, you have to look at other measures, other alternatives where you have to teach them something, right? Discipline them.
Looking at the parenting now, right? I've seen many that when a kid fall down, what is your first reaction? You rush to the kid
Yes.
and hold him up, right?
Yeah.
And say, oh, are you okay? What is that? Oh, my. Oh. It's okay, don't cry. Oh. But you didn't even give a chance for the kid to react when he fall down. They don't even have this chance to really go through.
No,
And
you're totally right.
did you want to have kids?
I've always wanted to have kids, but I never thought of having kids so, not young, but I had Sage when I was 32. How old were you when you had Kadam? Kadam, is it?
Oh, yeah, Kaden.
Yeah, Kadam.
Mine was 39, man.
39! Wow, yeah.
I did not want to have kids.
What made you change your mind? So you can cane them?
No, it was. Just kidding. Just kidding. You're making me cry. So I didn't want to have kids.
Okay.
That's why I didn't want to get married. Because to me, right, if you want to get married, the objective is to have kids.
Absolutely, I totally agree.
Why do you need to get married if you don't have kids, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So my wife wanted to have kids, right? She
course.
wanted 3. So I'm like, wow, okay. Can I share this? I hope my wife didn't watch it. We were married like for a year or so. 2006.
How did you meet?
We're in a pub, man.
In a pub?
Yeah.
Were you performing or just in
a very, very private pub? She doesn't know me.
No way. Who doesn't know?
She doesn't know me. She's Ang
Who's
Moh.
Hannah?
She's Ang Moh. Mother's a Thai.
Okay.
Father's a Peranakan. So she doesn't watch Chinese. Right?
Yeah.
So her Chinese is
Okay.
worse than yours. She is jialat. So we were there drinking my friends, right? So I was like bored. So I saw her, hey Serena, what do you do? So she was in advertising and blah, blah, blah. What's your religion? Catholic. Oh, you are Catholic, so you don't use contraceptive? That was my pickup line.
I like to ride bareback, baby.
She was so pissed off with me. You know? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she was.
That line didn't work on her?
Yeah,
Okay.
she didn't like what I said. So anyway, 08 or 07, I can't remember. So I was working, right? I was hosting. So there's this floor manager called Steve, right? So I said, bro, you got married already. Okay, so what do you want? You want a boy or girl? I said, I don't want kids. You sure or not? But never mind. Let me teach you first, okay? Just in case you want boy or girl, let me teach you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. If you want boy, right? So when you ejaculate, right? You just push it in until you're done.
Okay.
Because the male tadpoles
Sperm.
are slower. So you push it, you're helping them to move faster. Right. So for girls, just anything. But during the process, when you want to have boys, eat a lot of meat. And your wife also eat a lot of meat. So for me, right, I eat a lot of meat, right?
Yeah. You look very meaty. Yeah,
I'm
I
lean.
like that.
I'm lean. So I went home and I said, Han, are you safe?
Huh?
Are you safe? She said, yeah, I'm safe. You sure? Okay. Why? Okay, I learned from my friend this method. Wow, very good. I want to try. Okay. Okay, let's try tonight. So I tried. So I'm like, okay, that's how you do it. Okay. 2 weeks later, she texts me, say, "Hun, can you come home?" I'm like, what the hell? I'm having fun with my friends out there, right? Drinking beer. So I said, okay. So I went home. Come to the toilet. Wow. You wanna do it-
EPT.
You want to do it in the toilet? No, so cramped. And she showed me this clear blue.
You know what EPT stands for?
What's that?
Early pregnancy test.
Good. That's why you're Ang Mo. I'm Chinese.
I'm Chinese, man. And
Yeah.
I'm Ang Mo.
Yeah, ABC.
Don't label me. Labeling is bad, dude.
Sorry, man.
I'm just teasing you.
Okay. Anyways, so she said, let me show you this. Hey, what's that clear blue? What is this? So you see a plus, it means I'm pregnant. Oh, okay, so? This is mine. I'm like, what? You're pregnant? So we were staying at Holland Close right at that time. So I ran over to Cold Storage, where Guardian is.
Go buy another one?
Two. I
Wow,
bought two.
wow, you
I
are
bought
so-
two. I'm like, try. Damn. Plus. No QC. Lousy one. Take another one. P again. Plus. I'm like, shit. I thought you said you were safe. Yeah, I thought so too. So I think she lied to me. She wanted to have kids, right? That's why she lied to me. She said she was safe.
What do you mean? When she said she was safe, in what respect was she safe?
Safe period.
Oh,
The time when she's safe.
the menses and everything.
Yeah, the
too.
menses, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, so I was like, wow. So that's why the first one was a boy. It's a boy.
I do too.
Yeah, you're blessed as well.
I'm all right. Yeah.
Yeah, so to me, the second one was just inside will do lah. And it came out a girl.
I mean, how has fatherhood been for you?
I struggled when they were young. I struggled because
Yeah.
it's so exhausting, right? And I was so tired. And when people tell me, right, when you're a father, you go back home, no matter how tired you are, you get home, you see your kids, you'll be refreshed.
That's bullshit.
That was my reaction.
Oh yeah.
And I went back. It's true, man. I'm so tired and it makes me more tired.
I used to joke around and say I'm not a huge fan of Chinese drama or acting and stuff and all the hours we spent. But I'd be like, wow, I would just like look so forward to work, just to sit around and dick around with you, than be at home because it's so much more tiring.
Yeah.
Because you're 完全是被动.
Yeah.
You're totally reactive. You have to sit there and read to them, play with them, do all these things with them.
Feed them.
And no gratitude. They don't understand what you're doing to spend
don't
the
say
time with
thank
them.
you?
They don't say thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hungry. I'm this. I'm that. You
Do
know?
it for me.
Do it for me.
Yeah.
You're basically their bitch. You're servicing them.
Yeah.
So I come, I'd rather just sit there, just hang out, do nothing. Sit there and wait for my scene.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
And then,
Pasha!
but now, how about now? Now that they're older, now how does it feel?
I just wrote a IG caption for my son's birthday.
Oh,
So I
14,
said-
14, right?
14. So I said, thank you for being my son, teaching me how to be patient, teaching me how to be a father, how to be different from what I was. My two kids really taught me how to be more patient. I need to give them a lot of patience. So,
Absolutely.
So when I'm outside, right, I also give a lot of people my patience as well because I was taught that way from my kids. So I guess I learned a lot from them and how to, my son will tell me, Papa, chill. You don't tell your papa how to chill. But
So fierce.
Yeah, but actually, chill is pretty cool.
As much as we want to teach them, we're also learning so much from them too.
Yeah. This little tip, right? My son is 14.
Yep.
So on Saturday, his birthday is on the 9th of March. So every year at their birthday, right, I'll give you a budget of, I started off with $30. So the Saturday one was $90. So it was 6 years ago. So 8 years old, I said, Papa going to give you $30. You can spend whatever you want. Papa going to go with you for a day trip. Okay? You can do whatever you want, but that $30 is what you spend. And I'm going to spend more or whatever. I'm going to drive. You just plan the itinerary. Let's go. I remember one of the first few times, right? He said he wanted to go Wild Wild Wet. And he Googled. Oh, Papa, Wild Wild Wet, there's this 1 for 1. Okay? You pay the one, I get the one free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
I said, yeah, smart boy.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. You got to share. So He was just telling me on Saturday, they said, remember Papa, I did this? I said, yeah. But this time at $90, he has got some pocket money and he saved up and from ang pao money and some birthday ang paos, right? I said, Papa, wow, today I spent $100. I said, how you spend $100? I only give you $90. Yeah, from the ang pao. And he bought me a prata.
For $100?
No, he bought me a prata during lunch.
Okay.
Yeah. The thought is,
Yeah.
on Friday we had an outing because it's a holiday, right, for them. So I spent quite a bit. So he told mommy, say, I bought Papa a prata because he spent a lot on Friday.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
that touched my heart.
I
man.
know, sure, yeah.
I'm like, wow,
That's
thank
all
you.
it takes is $2 prata.
So he bought me a prata and told mommy, because Papa spent so much on Friday, so I bought him a prata.
That is good. Next time,
Oh
I don't
my
have to give him all this
goodness.
Brewlander beer. I'll just get you one Cosmo Prata for 50 cents instead of having you drink all this beer. Does that work for you?
No, it doesn't work for me at all because you need to be catered.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm not 14.
For the younger kids, right, there's a simple tip that you can try to give to your kids and say, okay, we've got this budget, let's go out and spend time together. And that was a day when I had a brunch with him, I had prawning with him, I had bowling with him.
It's about
I had
life is
dinner
all
with
about
him.
memories, you know? Memories.
Yeah.
It's not about the money. The greatest gift we can ever have with our children
Oh yes,
is giving them our time.
yeah.
Quality time. What's happening now in your life though too? Obviously you're still acting. I heard you have a concert coming up in China, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tell me, share with me that.
If everything is smooth, we will be going to China to have
Wow.
our mini concerts.
Okay.
3 mini concerts.
Nice. Nali na?
I think it's 2 in Shanghai
Uh-huh.
and one in Guangzhou.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's not too big. It's only 3,000
No,
people.
that's still good, dude. That's awesome.
So we're going to do 3. So if everything goes well, we're probably going to do that. And May, I'm going to have another drama. And I'm very happy to work with Paul again.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Paul Yuan.
Yeah, I know, Paul.
Yeah, so I'm going to work with him again. Hopefully, if I get through the audition, I'll get a movie in end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to close it all off right now while we enjoy this beer from Brewlander, when your kids are older, how would you want them to remember or see you as?
You know what? Let me divert a bit.
Yeah.
My dad is 98.
He's still alive.
He's still alive.
That
He's
is
still
effing awesome. Do you have any siblings?
Yes.
Older or younger?
I'm the youngest.
You're you definitely, if your dad's 98, you probably are.
Yeah.
He had you when he was like
40,
40,
41.
41. Okay. My dad was 39 when he had me. My dad's pretty old. He's like 90, 92.
He's alive?
He's alive.
Cool.
He's not alive. I wouldn't say how old he is. I think so too.
Cool. I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ABC, how I know. Okay, but anyway.
What does that have to do with this? Yeah.
So my dad is 98, right? So I still text him every morning and say, Papa, 早上好.
Wow. Every morning.
Every morning.
That dude.
Then he will reply me with all his
Emojis?
emojis.
Yeah. That's like my mom. Yeah.
So it's so cool, right? My mom passed on.
We don't realize how much it means. You don't know how much you just sending that every morning means the world to him.
Yeah.
The freaking world.
He's not staying with me, but that's
Yeah.
the least I can do. And I always show it to Caden and Bethany and said, see, Papa sent good morning, Papa 早上好 to Tata. Tata is what they call him. So I should send him to Tata, okay? I'm like, wow, okay. Did he respond? I said, yeah, look at what his response is. It's like, wow, that's cool. It won't be a legacy, but it's something to pass on to their life next time about loving your kids, about doing what you can do within your capability and try to be the best. And I guess probably for them to remember me is don't be afraid to fail and keep trying.
Absolutely, I totally agree. And I think for me, I think when I saw my kids grow up to become a father, I realized my life had begun and it had ended at the same time though too. I knew at that moment if let's say Sage or Jonas, knock on wood, if their heart, let's say, was weak and they needed a heart, then I would give them my heart right there at that moment. And I would not live anymore, but I would totally gladly give my heart and let them live a life that they could live, and to see them there, to live that life. That's all that meant to me.
Yes. And at the end of the day, you probably wouldn't see them having kids. I don't know.
It's been such a pleasure having you on the show, bro,
yes.
And I wish nothing but the very best for you and your family.
Thank you.
And you definitely have to stay in touch, It's been awesome. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
I finished my drink.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, on that note, that means we have to finish this episode right here, too.
Oh, yes.
Such a beautiful episode with the one, the only, Cavin Soh.
Thank you
I'm
so
Alan
much.
Wu. If you do like the show, make sure you like it and tell your friends about it. Please share with all your friends, few or a lot, and definitely do subscribe. And we'll hopefully see you again next time on Call Us Daddy! Woohoo!
Eh, more mas Wu, Ellen Wu.
No need for Alan Wu, man.